Xbox users, there are some new features and things coming soon to your Xbox One. The team at Microsoft have started rolling out the Xbox Spring Update to insiders today, and it'll come soon to everybody down the road. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And I really wanted to quickly make this video going over some of the new things that you can expect to see in the Insider program. And I do have this build, and I will make videos about each of these individual things, maybe if I feel a video is worthy of making down the road, as I normally do for these type of updates. So what are we getting in this one? We all know that Microsoft loves their updates. They have one for spring and one for the fall. Usually the fall one has a lot more newer stuff, or at least the bigger update. But the spring one, there is a couple things here that are kind of cool. One of them actually being really cool. Now, the first thing that they talk about is the support for 1440p video output. Now, when the X was announced, they said that this was going to be a thing, and it is available right now in the update for alpha members in the Insider program. If you don't have it yet, and you're not part of the Insider program, don't worry, you'll get it, whether it's a month from now or 2 months from now. People got to beta test this stuff. So if you have an Xbox One X or an S, you can now support 1440p resolution if, of course, your TV or game monitor supports it. And 1440p resolution is sometimes referred as 2560 by 1440 or QHD, and it's popular choice among PC users. With over 1.5 million more pixels than 1080p, this resolution fills the gap between Full HD and 4K displays. I know a lot of people wanted this, especially people that use a gaming monitor, so this feature is now enabled. Pretty cool. I don't have a monitor that supports 1440p. Unfortunately, I do have a 4K TV, and my computer monitor right now is 1800p, but I am looking about to upgrade my gaming monitor. Maybe I'll get a 1440p monitor instead of a 4K one. Who knows? But that's neither here nor there. Now, the next thing, and probably the coolest thing about this update, even though it's not live yet, see, some of these features are live and some of them aren't, is this new level of Mixer interactivity called Share Controller. So Mixer streamers on Xbox One will have the option of sharing their controller with the Mixer viewer who is watching on the website. And streamers can actually share their entire controller, except, of course, the guide button, because that would bring you back home, and they don't want you to do that, in an Xbox game they're playing. And a viewer can actually take control with the on-screen gamepad or by plugging in a controller on the PC. Now, you can see the little GIF here going of someone using the on-screen virtual controller playing Cuphead, and it looks like there's virtually no lag, as Mixer does have that faster-than-light broadcasting thing. The one odd thing I did see about this was that if you're watching Mixer on the Xbox One and have a controller plugged in already, you can't use it. Maybe that feature will come down the road, but I can kind of imagine a lot of funny streams happening because of this. Imagine you're streaming on Mixer and you're playing a game like Brothers. So the streamer takes control of one brother while the person watching on Mixer can take control of the other. Or maybe, you know, he puts out a challenge of like, hey, screw around with my buttons in a game like PUBG and stuff like that, and I'll try to still get a chicken dinner. Or even imagine a scenario where like somebody's playing Halo. The streamer controls the movement, but the person watching actually shoots the gun. There's a lot of different scenarios you can possibly imagine of like two people controlling one thing, and it could probably lead to some pretty damn cool interactivity. Now, in my opinion, this is kind of, and this is just speculation, we all know, I think this is kind of setting the groundwork and the foundation for the eventual game streaming service that Phil Spencer has talked about that will be coming in like 3 years. I thought like when they bought Beam and then eventually named it Mixer, that it was like dual purpose. One was obviously the streaming platform, which is getting bigger and bigger by the month, but more importantly, the long-term goal, in my opinion, was the idea of signing up to a streaming service and being able to stream your games from the PC or from the Xbox or from your phone. And I think this is kind of that first step. So maybe 3 years from now, when this technology matures more, when there's not a lot of lag. I mean, you can see in the GIF here that it's almost pretty instantaneous when he hits the buttons. But in like a couple years time, I imagine like this is how, you know, if you're on a TV and there's an Xbox app on the TV with Game Pass, that you'll be able to just stream similar to PlayStation now. I think that this is kind of setting the foundation and the groundwork for that eventually to come. That's just, of course, my speculation, but I feel that is what it's going to go. Now, PlayStation fans may be like, well, Rand, this is kind of like share play on the PS4, and it is. That one's a little bit different. That one's like through PS4 to PS4, and the person actually using this share play gets to play it. The person stays on their account, and it's just the person like taking over and all that stuff. I wonder how many people are actually be like, hey, anybody in the stream good enough to beat Dark Souls? Well, take over for me and show me the way. Or, hey, you want to get me this hard achievement? Take over for me. I wonder how many things like that will actually happen. So, in my opinion, this was the coolest feature announced in this update. It's not available just yet, but it will be soon, and I think I'll test it out and make a video to see how that actually works when it is live. Now, the next thing here that's also coming is they updated the Microsoft Edge browser on the Xbox One. I don't know anybody that actually uses the Edge browser. I've never really used it myself, but they say it's easier to navigate with the controller and the whole bunch of improvements for people that do. They've also included the ability to selectively balance game audio against background music within the guide itself. If you want to turn down the game volume, crank up the music, all that stuff, you can control it right from the guide. It's more immersive audio. There's the ability now to filter invites for clubs. So if you wanted to set up a club, for example, with members of PUBG who have over 100 wins, you can actually set a filter that only allows people to apply or send out invites to for people that have over 100 wins in PUBG. Or if you're looking for gamer score completionists in Forza Motorsport 7 who have over a certain amount of gamer score, you can set that up. So that's kind of cool. For people that do manage clubs, I know there are a lot of popular clubs out there, and maybe we'll see more of like, you know, 100 wins in PUBG, 1,000 kills in PUBG clubs, or maybe even a 1,000,000 gamer score club, or something along those lines. So they're fine-tuning clubs, making a little bit better. They talk about how you'll be able to sort your feeds in the clubs using what's hot and top posts, and of course open tournaments. Now tournaments are now available directly in the game hub, so you don't have to be a member of a club to start or join a tournament. Now, they also included these experiments. If you watched one of my last videos a little bit ago, I talked about how they actually added Xbox Game Pass to the My Games and Apps. They've also, in this update, included a section right underneath the Game Pass and your memberships that is Xbox Live Gold games, like the games with gold, and it would list all the games that you've downloaded from Games with Gold, so you can actually see what they are, and if you want to install any of them, or if you would like to buy any of them stuff. So that's pretty cool. The little separation, the sorting abilities is pretty nice. But in my opinion, the two big things here are 1440p support for video output for people that want it. I know I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and elsewhere say, hey, that is a pretty damn good mode. I love my 1440p monitor. I want to use it. And now you can. And this one right here, the Mixer Interactivity, this is pretty cool. And I think this has long-term consequences because, like I said, I believe this is all leading to the eventuality of using Mixer not only as a streaming service like Twitch, where streamers stream to their, users and stream their gameplay, but eventually using it as a PlayStation Now like streaming service, where you don't need essentially an Xbox hardware. You can just plug it up to your TV or plug it up to your PC or something and stream it, because that's one of the things Mixer kind of has going for it, is the faster than light. I mean, just watching the Cuphead GIF, it's pretty instantaneous. Press A jumps, moves with the D-pad. So I'm looking forward to see how that innovation kind of progresses as the years go on. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you found this informational and all that good stuff. I'll make some videos when all this stuff does go live, because not all of it is. If you enjoyed the video, of course, hit that like button to show your support. Share this out on social medias. I would greatly appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel or haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate everybody who does. Make sure you check out the Xbox 2 podcast with Jez Corden and myself. A lot of great topics this week. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.